Hello, Divine Souls, and welcome to today's reading. Today we are going to be discussing the energetic forecast for the week of June 11th through June 18th. So settle in, get a glass of water to drink, and yeah, we'll get straight into the messages. Before we begin, I always like to put out the disclaimer that Tarot and Oracle do not deem you to any realities that do not resonate with you, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And let's see what this next week has in store for us. I'm going to be starting off with this Oracle deck. What does the next week have in store for us? Okay. And we're just going to pull all the cards first and then read second. So, what does this week have in store? Thank you. What does this next week have in store for us? What does this next week have in store for us? And finally, what does this next week have in store for us? Okay, too many there. Okay, we've got two, let's get a few more. What's happening this next week? Let's see, two more, okay. We'll keep those. Alrighty. So, I don't think I'm going to read these in any particular order, but I do want to start with the Oracle cards, and let's just see what's going on this week. We have the Spirit Guardian of Autumn with Letting Go, and the Spirit Guardian of Summer with Expansion. So it's interesting, we have two seasons with autumn and summer, and I apologize for the sound. It's raining currently, so you might hear like tapping. That's just raindrops saying hello. But with these two seasons, we have autumn, which is letting go, or even finding the harvest, the reaping of benefits, and then also summer, which is expansion and exploration and creativity, kind of like a blooming almost, or a getting comfortable in the energy that supported you through spring. So that's what we see so far. We also have science fiction stories are more about us than them, and distinguish the difference between the paternal spirit and paternalism. Okay, so seems like this week might be bringing some truths regarding past beliefs, regarding fantasy or science fiction, aliens. There might be some sort of like I'm just hearing like an aha moment. I don't feel like there's gonna be anything crazy happening, like there's no UFO that's gonna land in your backyard, but I think that you might be coming to terms with some truths about yourself and about how maybe what you've deemed to be fantasy, especially regarding spirituality, is actually in part true and possibly I guess possibly perceivable now if you are expanding your perceptions or expanding your ability to understand. You might be seeing that some things you deemed as sci-fi before are actually truthful or have some truths behind them. And then with the paternal spirit and paternalism, the difference here, and a lot of people don't really know, but paternalism is kind of the controlling narrative regarding parenting of you do what I say because I say, you know, do what I tell you to do, whereas the paternal spirit is like a guiding, nurturing, helpful hand. So I think that this is kind of regarding maybe our inner child and being that person for ourselves, of replacing that paternalism that has been internalized regarding like being a good girl or behaving well as a child or making good decisions, and replacing it with the paternal spirit that encourages you to explore what you need to come to these truths and to explore this expansion and feel supported in exploring and not feel so anxious regarding it, you know. Yeah, letting go of some beliefs regarding life, even, I'm hearing, is going to help you ground and feel more comfortable exploring new things and coming to truths about the reality of your life. This must be like a very transformational week. I'm excited to see what we see in the tarot cards. We also have everything will be okay. So I think that's kind of adding to the paternal spirit here, is that you kind of just need this like reminder or even just initial message right now that everything is going to be truly okay. You are okay right now. You will be okay tomorrow, but you are okay. That's something that you really need to hear right now, and you really need to keep close to you this week, because we also have laughing and crying, which is probably, again, telling us that some of these truths that we might be coming to in this week is going to bring about a few emotions. And reminding yourself or keeping with yourself the affirmation that you are okay, everything will be okay, will help these emotional processes feel a lot easier and a lot less scary. We also have body as a house. So I'm going to read this one actually out of the book because, I don't know, it seems interesting to me, but let's see, number 71. It says, this card represents an eerie connection between body and spirit. It's almost as if you can see your spirit through your veins move out into the cosmos. This card functions as the companion card to number 56, body. Despite this world lacking in space for healthy perceptions of our bodies, you have been able to tune it out for now. You are in a place where the health of your spirit and the health of your body are running parallel. This is balance. This is all of it. This is wholeness. Okay. So I think that maybe some of the spiritual truths or understandings, or limiting beliefs that are being let go are helping you come to terms with regarding your body as a temple, regarding your body as a house for your spirit, and understanding how present spirit really is for you. I think that's why we were being told that science fiction stories have more to do with us than with whatever the story is about, because we are divine, we are extraterrestrial, we are extremely, like, we are not just one thing at any point in time. And exploring that narrative and exploring it with support and okayness and feeling comfortable with that exploration instead of fearing it, you know, is going to help you feel prepared and going to help this expansion feel less like you're drowning and more like you're floating and more like you're like being filled rather than being poured on top of, I guess, is the difference. Let's go with the first tarot cards we have. We have Two of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. We have Temperance, Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the World. Okay, so that, this is really, let's just start over here and go across as we read through them. So with Two of Pentacles, adding on to what we already have discussed, the Two of Pentacles is showing us kind of this balance between two ideas, and it's sort of like what you've been told your entire life and what you kind of have a ringing in your ears of, what you want to believe but aren't really prepared to have faith in it or go towards it yet. You aren't really prepared to feel grounded in it yet, because again, you have your entire life's experience backing up your limiting beliefs, and that's why they're so hard to get rid of sometimes. But we're having this highlight of having sort of these two sides of the mind, what you already know and what you are learning, and what you are feeling called to lean into a little bit more. We see this comparison over here with even autumn and summer. We see the paternal spirit versus paternalism. We have even temperance here in the middle, and I know we're going across, but even temperance here in the middle is showing you being able to hold both, even rather than picking between one or the other, being able to hold both energies. It seems like maybe you personally are facing something specific, as in like a comparison between two beliefs, two relationships, there's just seems to be in one hand you have something and in the other hand you have the other. And it seems like this week is asking you to have the ability, this is laughing and crying, having the ability to hold both and be okay through both and accept both and know that your journey, like the decision doesn't need to be made right now, but your journey is leading you to being able to kind of shift into the one main purpose, or allowing both hands to add to the main path rather than feeling like you must go one direction or the other. We also have Ace of Cups, which is again highlighting on this new relationship with yourself. I was talking about earlier, feeling like you are filled up rather than you are drowning at the bottom of something. Here is your cup being filled all the way to the top, having this idea that your energy is being restored to you in a manner that is fulfilling you, that is like your cup runs over. Basically, I don't know if it's probably connecting to life force energy, whether you feel it or not. It's connecting to you, and for some reason, somehow, some way, this week you have the drive, the energy, the wherewithal, you have the ability to be okay, you have the ability to feel this force, this energy, this power within you to continue to move forward. You might discover your own divine light, you might discover meditation, something that grounds you and lets you feel okay. And it also is calling into the energy of flow. See how the cup is full, but also things flow over. So the cup is also allowed to let things go rather than hoarding all of its liquid, all of its water within it. It's allowed to let go and let things flow that don't belong within it. And that could help with the temperance of the Two Pentacles, of just having your hands open and letting what flows past come through, rather than holding on to something so specifically and so tightly, especially regarding your beliefs about certain things. Sometimes they're going to be, it might serve you to let them flow past you and let new ideas flow in, and then again consider what you like to keep within your chalice and what you can let go of. We have a huge highlight on letting go, and also the flow of energy that comes in through the body, in through the spirit, from the spirit. Moving along, we have the Five of Swords, and we see kind of this person is holding the tip of a sword but also being stabbed by four other ones, and it doesn't look like an aggressive stabbing. It's more of, I can withstand this. And it seems like your attention is being brought to a pinpoint. Something is being pointed out very directly. And again, this is going to be very specific for each one of you. If you're listening to this, it's going to resonate with the experience in your life, obviously, but something in your life is going to be brought to the very pinpoint of focus. You are discovering, it seems like when we're in amidst confusion or depression or just loud thoughts, we're in the mind, we kind of have this like large cloud that just kind of floats over us. And I think that the clarity and the flow that's coming into your life is going to allow you to come into a more focused and a more directional point, where you're allowed to get to the point or even the root of what has been making you not feel okay. And again, I think that this coming to the point is coming from you being able to consider the two sides of what you are facing, the laughing versus crying, the support versus force, the fantasy versus reality, understanding that there's truth in both and bringing them together to the main point, rather than being so focused on this controversial, I must pick a side in order to feel okay, in order to feel like I fit in with one group. You don't always need to decide. Sometimes you need to understand the root of why there's a choice in the first place. Moving right along again, we have Temperance here, showing us this flow state of allowing information to come in, allowing thoughts and ideas and perspectives to come in, and not relying so heavily on the stagnancy of what you currently believe. Those limiting beliefs that do not serve you are very solid and very in place, especially if you were told these things from childhood. Your sort of existence currently is built up on these ideas, so it feels foundational, and it almost is. But with all of this discovery and all of this flow and all of this openness to your spirit within your body, you're able to sort of replace those bricks without necessarily experiencing a tower moment or crumbling of identity. You're able to take one out and replace it with something better. Or even just reinforce what you already know, what you've already been feeling, and now you're able to feel grounded in it and feel comfortable. We see this person is standing with their foot in the dirt, and there's a flower like growing up and wrapping around their leg, which is an amazing symbol of you feeling grounded and rooted in your new ideas. We see the tree trunk here, even you are feeling solid. We see the tree here again, you're feeling, and the tree over here with the world. Guys, okay, I'm so excited. You're feeling grounded in this new information, these new perspectives, the absence of previous limiting beliefs. You no longer have to doubt anything. That's why you feel so okay. That's why you're being told to feel okay, to lean into feeling this groundedness. What you feel, what resonates with you is your truth. Do not doubt it. Do not allow yourself to talk yourself out of this growth and expansion. Accept it as true. Feel it in your gut. Stop doubting it. Stop leaning to the side of pessimism. Okay, I know this word says paternalism, but this paternalism idea is do what I say because I said so. There is no space for asking questions. There's no space for exploration or expansion, and coming back over to the side of parental spirit, that support of here's something you can explore, here's an idea, why don't you mull it over and think about how you feel about it. Here's something that might nourish you. If you don't want it, that's okay. I'm here to support you. That's kind of the energy that's coming to you right now. And then we have the Four of Cups, which this one specifically is kind of highlighting on the moon phases for you. So maybe there's this like cyclical completion of over here we start with one cup, and as this process goes along, as you feel more comfortable with getting to the point of different beliefs and different ideas, you're having more room to pour into different areas in your life. So if this is career, relationships, personal life, you're able to direct your flow more intentionally and understand why you feel called to do certain things and why you feel called to, I'm hearing, put your work on the side so that you can focus more on this spiritual evolution or this personal work. Whatever it is that you are finding within this week, it's being brought to your attention so that you can put some things on the side and maybe have less water flowing into these cups and have one cup that you really focus your attention on this week or even the week following this week. We also have the Eight of Pentacles, so it feels like you're going to be feeling very fulfilled and very, again, connected. I think these two are playing off of each other. The roots here is incredible. You feel like there's this whole everything kind of comes into view for you. You are feeling 100%. You are feeling like understanding is the word that's coming through. It's not even that you feel like a false sense of okayness. You just have this understanding that you truly are the embodiment of spirit. There is no doubt. There is no reason to fear anything. You are completely fulfilled. Even when you have questions, again, you are open to this, to Spirit offering you this parental advice, this parental support, so you feel like even if you have leftover questions, even if you don't completely know everything, you feel supported enough to go forward and learn more as you go and not feel scared or blocked or like it's sci-fi or that you have this doubt. No, you're able to even explore your emotions and still see the third eye up here. I mean, there's a lot of eyes on this card, but still see up here at the point, or up here at the head, you're able to see the point of all of this evolution. Sometimes anxiety comes up to point out a limiting belief that is trying to be rid of for you, but there's sort of, again, you could have these limiting beliefs that are surrounding this idea that keep you from exploring more. You believe one thing so strongly that this expansion that is trying to reach you is being blocked out because you are holding on so tightly to the things that you don't even truly believe. They've just been ingrained in you with that parentalism. But again, this week you're really finding the ability and the freedom to explore new ideas and get comfortable with new ideas and have the support. You're allowing Spirit to come into your life and be present and not doubt it or push it away. I'm going to read the rest of the tarot cards that we have. So we have the Devil, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the King of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Princess of Swords, the Emperor, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so with this second round, I'm going to go across again, but right off the bat, we have quite a bit of masculine energy, which is kind of interesting because, again, back here, like supporting these ideas, supporting the expansion that you're reaching, we have quite a bit of feminine energy, but now on top we have masculine energy, which is kind of pointing out the will that it takes for you to actively work against your limiting beliefs or your fears or your doubts and replace them with this newfound knowledge, this abundance of understanding, this abundance of okayness. Feel it inside of you. You are okay. You are okay. Over here we have the Devil, and I think the Devil is calling on us to understand how much of our surroundings is built up in order to make us doubt our spirituality, make us doubt what it is that you are currently working against. How much of your current reality and how much of your current surroundings is actively making you doubt the spiritual knowledge that is present for you. We have distractions, we have chains, those limiting beliefs, whatever it is that keeps you stuck in a mentality that does not support your growth and your okayness, that does not make you feel inherently okay. Someone has put it there in order to manipulate you. Whether it was intentional or not is not the case. It's not important, let me say. But there is quite a bit of your reality that has been placed in front of you specifically to make you doubt your power, specifically to make you doubt and consider what you feel sci-fi or crazy or lunatic or you know, just those negative implications of connecting to Spirit and feeling spiritually fulfilled. So I guess this week we are considering what things we can let go of because they don't belong to you. It's someone else's way of controlling their reality, but it doesn't belong with you. You don't resonate. It doesn't feel good when you hear it, so it doesn't resonate with you. Again, the goal this week is to remember everything will be okay. So if you don't feel okay, there's something that needs to be shifted in your physical or mental environment. And these cards are telling us that you have every right and every power to do so, to change that environment in order to return to this okayness. The Devil will have no more power in your reality by the end of this week. We have the King of Pentacles. So not only is he giving kind of this energy of good fortune and this energy of joy. He just seems like he's solid. He's grounded in what he knows. He's grounded in what he, if he doesn't have it, he knows he's on his way to get it. There is no lack in his mind state. There is no fear. So I think that you're going to be feeling very resourceful and very fulfilled in your resources this week or in the coming weeks. What you need is at your fingertips. It's in your hands. Again, you are empowered. Then we have the King of Swords, and we have spiritual support here from a falcon, I'm going to say. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but I want to highlight, we also have the symbol for the Libra here. So we have, once again, this balancing between the two sides, the two hemispheres of the brain even. You have this balancing, and you're feeling supported, you're feeling structured, you are okay, you can stand tall and be decisive. This is what I believe, and this is valid to believe, this is valid to experience, this is valid to feel. I feel okay with believing this. I feel structured with the trunk of my tree and the roots of my my beliefs and my existence. But also I wanted to say here, the two birds here are, I'm hearing Horus. So we even have a bird up here with expansion. If you're into Egyptian deities, I would look up Horus. He could be supporting your spiritual evolution in the near future. But Horus is kind of the representation of doing exactly what you feel called to do. It's kind of like that fire that you need to do anything, or the motivation that we all kind of seek is within you. You discover this sort of inherent fountain of motivation, or even just will and power. So it doesn't feel like you necessarily have to force yourself to do anything. You can soar, and you feel free to go forward, and you feel excited about your path, because again, you're only going forward towards the things you align with. There's no more dealings with the things that you don't want to do anymore. You're liberating yourself to building this life that you want to live. Here with the Three of Pentacles, we see the blocks that are being used to build up this, I don't even know what this building would be, but whatever building is coming to mind for you, you're building your foundation. You are putting in blocks of faith that actually resonate with you. You are replacing any parts of your structure that have been shaky or wobbly, or built in fear or absence. You're restructuring the walls that you've built to be supportive for you and not barricading. And here with the Princess of Swords doubling up with the King of Swords, again, we're seeing on either side of this building that we have the balance between the feminine and the masculine. So it's, once again, encasing both of them rather than choosing between one or the other. And this reading has nothing to do with your gender, but internally, inherently, what social norms don't really support the balance between your masculine and feminine energy. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe this week you could spend some time discovering what the power is between feminine energy or masculine energy. And I think that it's always valuable to explore the energy that is opposite of your gender, exploring the balance of both and encasing both, even the power in androgyny, or even just not subscribing to gender for a day, and what that could serve you if you don't consider yourself as one or the other, but really just a genderless form of spirit. What could that do for you? That could be a very specific message. If it doesn't resonate, you don't have to go there. But moving right along, we have the Emperor. And again, just throughout this entire spread, we see so much power and so much groundedness. You are rooted in your ability to exist and to feel okay. The Emperor seeks nothing. The Emperor lacks nothing. You are okay. You are fulfilled right now. We see this sort of chalice and even the wand in front of the emperor. So not only are you fulfilled, not only do you wield your magic and your flow in the direction you intentionally want to go, but you also have the wand here, which both of these are tools of magic. So you are able to explore the limits of what it is when you get to experience this energy where you are feeling empowered again and you're returning back to solid and grounded. Now you get to wield it in magical ways. You get to believe in magic again, period. You get to believe in whatever magic is for you, and whatever magic has been considered to you before as sci-fi or fantasy or hearsay. You're kind of just disregarding that and understanding that there's so many dimensions that are currently available to you, and you can sink into whichever one you would like to. You can explore whatever area of life that you want to, because you are no longer rushing, you are no longer distracted, you're no longer in this contract with your ego. You're finding balance and encapsulating the whole self and feeling okay and feeling grounded and feeling structured, to where your ideas come to you much clearer. Your ideas come to you in sort of this almost formal setting we see here with the Four of Pentacles. You're able to sit down with yourself and feel calm again. You don't feel rushed to make any decisions. You don't feel like you must choose something. You're able to have space for yourself, for all sides of yourself, for the versions of the self that you don't even know yet, but they come through and you're able to feel them and feel the ability to support them and to expand your idea, even your identity too. Here, considering feminine and masculine energy, understanding how you can lean into one side and then the other when it serves you in different areas of your life, but not feeling so stagnant is really the point here. That flow state that's entering your life, you are not feeling stuck. You are feeling structured, but you feel like you can grow in any direction. Like this peach tree or apple tree over here, you're able to branch out into whatever area of life you would like to you would like to explore. And this seems like a lot to go on in 1 week, but just understand that this is all structuring you right here. You are beginning to build your structure this week. You are beginning to explore what true faith in your beliefs feels like, and it's so supportive, it's so explorative that you can't go wrong. And remember to accept the laughing and the crying, the fear. It's okay to feel that, but you are supported. Spirit is here 100% telling you, do not fear a thing. You are okay. You are supported. You are here right now. You have ample opportunity and ample fulfillment. You have so much abundance, so many resources, so many ideas, so much creativity. Explore it. Allow yourself to use your entire imagination and see exactly where your mind can take you. So that's all I'm seeing for the week ahead. I know that this seems like a lot of energy, but this is a very powerful time for you. Explore the energy of summer and feel charged by the sun rather than agitated by it. It is giving you straight up life force energy to feel this power and have the time and space to sit in it and explore it and wield it into the areas of your life you desire to. So thank you so much for being here. If you're interested, I will have a list of affirmations linked in the bio or in the description box below. Check it out. I like to use it as a lock screen on my phone every week, and yeah, so thank you so much for being here again. I wish you so much luck going forward. Remember to stay grounded and keep your head, keep your heart in your head, keep your heart in mind. Everything will be okay. Love you so much. See you later.